Hey everyone, it's Steve from the garden. In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the things I'm starting right now in July for growing out into the fall. So the first thing I'm going to be planting is some more zucchini. This is the Black Beauty variety. I'm going to do 4 plants of this. For planting these, I'm going to just use a 38 cell tray. And for the zucchini, I'll do 2 seeds per cell. And I'll thin out from there. I'm just putting that pointy end down. Get these in. For the sunflowers, I'm going to do a couple different varieties. This first variety is called Feed the Birds. So this produces a viable seed that the birds that can then eat, which will be important as they kind of go into, the late summer, early fall season. The Feed the Birds variety gets about 5 feet tall. And next up will be Russian Mammoth sunflowers. These can get 10 to 12 feet tall if they've got the right conditions. So I'm going to do 5 cells of these. Last up will be the Mammoth sunflowers from M.I. Gardner. Now these are a multi-stem, and I like the multi-stem aspect. So we'll do 5 cells of these. First up for me is what I started in this tray, which was started on July 1st. And that was 4 cells of basil, so that I can have basil going into the fall. And I start 5 cells of Brussels sprouts. Now I've never grown Brussels sprouts before, but I know they need cool weather to really form the sprouts. So I got 5 cells of that, and I got those seeds from Kathleen. So thank you, Kathleen, for providing those seeds. Next up was my broccoli. I started 3 types of broccoli. I got Green Magic, which is a 55-day. I got Godzilla, which is a 70-day, and Imperial, which is an 80-day. So I started 2 cells of each, and I can plant all 6 plants at once, and they'll have a staggered harvest. Now I'll start those again next weekend and the weekend after that the same way, and that way I can just start 6 plants at each time with a staggered harvest coming after that. For me, the last of the brassicas is some nabbit cabbage and some red cabbage. Now you can pretty much start any of the brassicas at this time, and they're going to go and mature into the fall. Since the brassicas in general are pretty cold hardy, you can get them started now, they'll go into the fall, and even if you get a little bit of cold weather, they should make it just fine. In a few weeks, I'll be starting my carrots. I usually start those the 3rd week of July so that I get that fall harvest once the temperatures start coming down. Carrots will germinate a little faster in warm soil of the summer, but they taste better once the temperatures start cooling down and they start producing more sugars inside of them. Something else that could be started right now in Zone 5 and still get a harvest for fall would be some green beans. You could start some green beans now and you'd start harvesting around September, and they'd probably get killed off in, say, early to mid-October. Similar to the green beans, you could also start some peas. Now if I was starting peas, I'd probably wait till closer to the end of July so that I'd get them into the ground. It kind of grow out through August, and then in September, once the temperatures come down, that's when harvest would start coming in. Lettuce can be started now also. Preferably, especially if you live in a hot area, you'd want to start them in a spot that gets good shade. And then, say, as you get into, end of August, then you could start maybe planting them in a spot that gets more sun, because the temperature will start cooling down as they start maturing. If you live in Zone 5 and there's things that you'd like to start in July that I haven't covered, go ahead and leave a comment down below. That way all of us can benefit from the sharing of that knowledge. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed, got something out of this, and we'll see you on the next one.